guys, it's Nye here and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking to you guys about how to have a happy, healthy, successful marriage. Okay, so let's get into the video. A little background story about me is that my husband and I have been together for a total of 8 years and we have been married for 5. So, whoop, whoop, shout out to all the young, happy married couples doing it out there. So I want to share with you guys things I have learned over the course of being married for 5 years. We got married in our early 20s, so to be married for 5 years is a big deal. It's a big accomplishment. So I want to share with you guys what I learned, and I know we have a long way to go. I plan on being married to this man for the rest of my life, so we have a long way to go, but this is just what I have learned so far. Before I give you guys my tips, I want to tell you guys my concept for being married. So I feel like marriage is like a team, right? So think about like a basketball team or football team. You have multiple players. The only difference is in a marriage, there's only 2 players, you and your spouse. That's it. But just like every other team, you guys are going to have enemies. You can have enemies. You guys are going to have people who jump on the bandwagon. Those people that want to see you fail. Then when you guys work things out, they act like they was happy for you. Yeah, I see you. You guys are going to have, people who really are happy for you. But just like a team, you guys have to work together. You guys have to work with each other. So you're only as strong as your weakest player. So where I lack, he has to be willing to pick up. And where he lacks, I have to be willing to pick up. But at the end of the day, just like a regular sports team, everything that you guys do have to work with each other. You can't be over here on a football team doing your own thing or on a basketball team doing whatever you want to do and think that it's going to work out. No, you guys have to work together to do what's best, what's overall good for your team. Okay, so now let me go over with you guys my tips. All right, so the first thing I have is this lovely book. Now, for y'all out there who do not like to read, let me let you guys know. You can read this book in probably a good 30 minutes to an hour, even if you're a slow reader. There's literally 77 pages. You guys see that? 77 pages, whoop, and it's like half a pages too. 77 little short pages, like double, triple spaced. So really, really easy book to read, but a phenomenal book. It speaks on the 5 different ways that we love and the 5 different ways that we like to be loved. So it's my personal belief that people thrive when you love them the way they want to be loved. So we all perceive love differently. It is subjective. So you may think your partner wants to be showered with gifts when really all they want is your time. You may also think your partner wants to be cuddled with and loved on when all they want you to do is listen to them. So reading this book helps to identify the way that you like to be loved. You may not even realize which way you like to be loved and the way your partner likes to be loved. So I suggest every couple, whether you guys are just dating, engaged, considering marriage, or married for 10 years, I still would suggest you guys read this book to help you guys figure out each other's love languages. Very good book. Tip number 2 is to respect each other's solitude. Now, I know everyone says when you guys get married, you guys become one and all this and that, and it's so cute. Okay, we're still individual people, and we still have our individual likes and our individual dislikes. We still have friends, we still have family members. You guys do not have to do every single thing with each other. You may love working out, your spouse hates it. You might like to watch, play video games, your spouse hates it. Let them have time by themselves. Let them miss you. Let them go out and hang out with friends. Let them have activities that they do outside of you. Yes, it's wonderful to spend quality time together and do things together, but it's also wonderful to be like, see you later, babe. I'm about to go over here and hang out with my friends. I'm about to go over here and go to the gym. I'm about to chill. I'm about to go sit and read a book. Everyone needs time to themselves. So make sure you respect their solitude and don't look at it as like, oh, they're trying to get away from me or they don't want to hang out with me, and allow them to be a person still. Allow them to be an individual. Okay, so tip number 3 is to get over things quickly. Let me tell y'all something. There is no room whatsoever for your ego in a marriage. If you want a long-lasting, happy marriage, let your ego go. Get over things quickly. Let your pride go. Just throw it out the window. Throw it out the window. Let it get run over by a car. Let it go. The longer you hold on to things, the worse it's gonna be. That's when you open the door and allow other things to come into you guys' lives. So make sure that whatever the issue is, you guys focus on getting over it quickly. Think about it like this. This argument, is this something that's gonna matter in 5 days, in 5 weeks, in 5 years? Or is this something I can sit down, discuss with my spouse, let them know how I feel about the situation, and move on? That is something that was very important for my marriage. I honestly was the kind of person, I would hold on to grudges and be like, girl, yeah, girl, talking to my friends, I'm still mad, girl. Yeah, I ain't talking to him. When it's like, who's really winning? Who's winning when you spend 3 days not talking to each other? You guys both suffer separately and the marriage suffers. It weakens your bond and it weakens your relationship. So get over things as quickly as you possibly can. Tip number 4 is forgiveness. Be prepared, ladies and gentlemen, to forgive your spouse over and over and over and over again. You guys are going to be forgiving them for the rest of your lives. That's literally how it works. They're going to piss you off. They're going to hurt your feelings. They're going to say things that they don't mean. They're going to not do what you tell them to do. All types of things are going to happen. But let me tell you, you have to be willing to put your pride aside and forgive them quickly. Now, let me be clear. I'm not talking about relationships where you getting beat up, you getting cheated on constantly, all types of crazy things are happening and you're being disrespected on a regular basis and it's like, well, this is my spouse, so I have to just forgive them. No, I'm talking about these little petty small arguments. I'm talking about, oh, he hurt my feelings, he made me cry. Be prepared to just forgive them. If you're 30 or if you're 40 and you plan on being like, I want to be married for the next 30 to 40 years, do you really think you're going to spend 40 years not being mad? 40 years not having no issues, just always smiling and happy? No, it's not realistic. So there's going to be times where you're just going to have to say, I accept your apology. And also on that note, be prepared to apologize. Remember, we're individual people, so something that may not hurt your feelings may hurt your spouse's feelings. We are growing, we are constantly evolving, so make sure that you're mindful of the things that you do and the things that you say. But if you hurt your spouse's feelings or you do something that they don't like, be prepared to apologize. Once again, throw that pride out the window and make sure you apologize to your spouse. Tip number 5 is, this is an all or nothing type of situation. Marriage is a contract, baby. It's a business. Be ready to put your all into it or don't get involved with it at all. There is no halfway to marriage. Be ready to literally throw everything you have into this marriage or don't get involved. It's that serious. The next tip that I have, checking in with each other on a regular basis and continuing to set goals with one another. So make sure that you guys spend time to see what's going on in each other's lives. So I know we are all busy. Some of us have kids. We got 2 jobs going. We work a crazy schedule. Some of us don't even have the same days off as our spouses. Find the time, if you can, on a regular daily basis, if not every other day, every 3 days, a weekly basis, to sit down and check in with your spouse. What's going on with you? Is everything okay? Is there something that I'm not doing that you would like to see me doing? Check in with them. Ask those tough questions. Sometimes it's hard to take constructive criticism, or it's hard to look at ourselves like we're not doing something completely, because it may make us feel like we're not good enough. We're not fulfilling our roles. Put your pride to the side. Be willing to go to your partner and say, hey, is there something that I am not doing that you would like to see me doing? Is everything okay with you? Make sure they know that you care about how they're feeling. At the same time, make sure that you express your concerns. If your partner is not holding up his or her end of the bargain, they're not doing something that you thought they were going to do, or they're not fulfilling their role or expectations that you have for them in this marriage, make sure you sit them down and let them know, in the nicest way possible, of course, but let them know, hey, I'm not happy in this area, or this is something that I feel like you can improve on. Checking in with your partner on a regular basis is very, very beneficial to your marriage. It helps to work out all those little kinks. Make sure that you guys continue to set goals together as well as separately. So make sure you sit down with your partner, discuss ideas that you have. You may be wanting to start a new fashion clothing line. Discuss that with your partner. Let them know. Let them know where they can assist you, what they can do to help support your dreams and your endeavors. And make sure you guys set goals together. What is some things that you guys want to accomplish together as a couple? You guys may want to start a business, but you guys may also want to work on things like communication. So make sure you guys are constantly setting goals for your marriage together, and make sure you guys are setting goals with each other and letting each other know the goals that you guys have for the future. Next tip that I have is falling in love over and over and over again with your spouse. We all know how it is. We meet somebody, we fall in love, we get butterflies, we feeling all good, we on cloud 9, can't nobody tell us nothing. And then something just happens somewhere, and we like side eye and rolling our eyes, and he or she is getting on our nerves. People believe that once you get married, the romance is out the window. You no longer are happy, and you guys are no longer doing fun, happy things together. I personally do not believe that. I feel like you can fall in love with the same person over and over and over again. Now, granted, you're not going to have butterflies in your stomach 24/7. You're not going to always feel like you're on cloud 9. Let's be realistic. But at the same time, the romance does not have to go out the door once you guys are married or once you guys have been together for a certain amount of time. Make sure you do things to let your partner know they are loved, they are appreciated, and they are wanted. If that means planning spontaneous random trips, going on date night, taking out time to Netflix and chill, and all those other little things, spice it up. Figure out what your partner likes and make sure that you are doing little things for them, surprising them. And it doesn't have to be something big. For example, I love candy. I'm obsessed with sour candy. So it really makes me feel good when my husband goes to 7-Eleven and randomly pops up with sour candy. That's sweet to me. That says you went somewhere, you were thinking about me, and you got something. It doesn't always have to be this big, gesture where you come back with all these roses, although I will not mind. But it doesn't have to always be something so big like that. Just make sure that you guys are doing things for each other to let them know they are loved. And my last tip is keep people out your business. That goes for friends and family as well. Let me tell y'all something. There is people sitting back on the sidelines, waiting, hoping, and praying that you guys do not make it. So when you come to them and express any concern, any problems, they sitting back, they telling you, oh girl, I'm so sorry to hear that. But really, they sitting somewhere happy about that. So I understand that we all go through things where we need to vent, we need to talk to people. Talk to people that you really, really trust, and also talk to people who are in positions where you want to be. If you have a best friend or a really close sister or cousin or whatever it may be, and this person has failed relationship after failed relationship or just no successful relationships, it makes no sense to go to that person for relationship advice. I will go to the person who you feel like has a happy marriage, a happy, successful relationship, or at least is doing what you feel like you want to do. Go to that person. What are you doing? What did you do to get to where you want to be? And talk to them and get advice from them. But everyone does not need to know 100% of everything that's going on in your marriage. The problem is, in relationships, the people are not talking to each other. We're talking to everyone else. So make sure you're sitting down with your spouse, like I said, checking in with them, expressing your concerns, versus then going and telling your homeboys or your girlfriends. Sit down with that person. It's okay to vent from time to time, but like I said, the only other person that needs to know 100% of what's going on in your relationship is the person you're in a relationship with. Okay guys, so that is my tips for a happy, healthy, successful marriage. Please subscribe to my channel, like it, share it, leave a comment below, and follow me on Instagram. Until next time, bye guys.